Most people assume starting a company in Tonga is complicated, slow, and something only big investors or legal experts can handle. And because of that belief, they never even try. But here's the truth no one tells you. The process is actually structured, straightforward, and once you understand the exact steps, you can legally register a company in Tonga much faster than expected. But here's the real problem. Most delays don't happen because the system is difficult. They happen because people choose the wrong business structure, or miss small but critical compliance steps right at the beginning. So in this video, you are going to learn the complete step-by-step process to start a company in Tonga in 2026. And stay with me, because in a few minutes I'll show you the one mistake that causes most applications to get delayed or rejected, without the applicant even realizing it. Now, let's start from the foundation. Before you register anything in Tonga, you need to understand the business structures available. This is where most beginners make their first mistake, and that mistake can affect taxes, liability, banking approval, and how your business grows long-term. In Tonga, the most common business structures are sole traders, partnerships, and companies limited by shares. Each structure has a different purpose depending on your business goals. Let's simplify this. If someone like John in Nuku'alofa wants to open a small shop or service business, a sole trader structure might be enough. It is simple, fast, and low cost. But here's the downside. There is no separation between personal and business liability. If the business fails, John is personally responsible for all debts. Now imagine someone like Alex, who wants to build an import-export business or serve international clients in Australia, New Zealand, or the US. In that case, a company limited by shares makes more sense because it separates personal liability from business risk and increases credibility with banks and partners. Now here's where it gets interesting. In a minute, I'll show you how choosing the wrong structure can quietly block your ability to open a business bank account, even if your company is fully registered. Now let's move to the first official step. Step 1 is choosing and reserving your company name. In Tonga, company registration is managed by the Ministry of Commerce, Tourism and Labor. Your company name must be unique and cannot be identical or too similar to an existing registered business. So the process starts with a name search. You submit your proposed company name, and the registry checks availability. If approved, the name is reserved while you complete incorporation. Now here's a mistake many beginners make. They rush this step and choose names without thinking about branding or international credibility. For example, a name that sounds fine locally might not build trust with foreign clients or financial institutions later. And here's a retention moment for you. In a few minutes, I'll show you how your company name can influence banking approval and even your ability to receive international payments. Now once your name is reserved, you move to incorporation. This is where your company becomes a legal entity. To incorporate a company in Tonga, you need to prepare official documents. These usually include a constitution or memorandum and articles of association, details of directors and shareholders, a registered office address in Tonga, and your share structure. Let's break that down simply. Your constitution defines how your company operates. It includes your business purpose, governance rules, and internal decision-making structure. Your directors are the people responsible for managing the company. In small businesses, this is often just the founder. Your shareholders are the owners of the company. If you own everything, you are the sole shareholder. Your registered office is the official legal address in Tonga, where government communication is sent. Now here's where most people struggle. They assume incorporation requires complex legal drafting or expensive lawyers. But in reality, most company registrations follow standard government templates or approved formats. The real challenge is accuracy. But here's the catch. Even small errors like spelling mistakes, missing identification documents, or inconsistent addresses can delay approval significantly. And this is where many applicants lose time without realizing it. The system is not complicated. It is detail-sensitive. Now let's move forward. In Tonga, you may be required to use a local agent or representative, depending on your company structure and ownership setup. This helps ensure compliance with local regulations. Now here's where it gets interesting. Many beginners try to minimize costs by skipping proper professional assistance. But incorrect submissions often lead to delays, corrections, or refiling, which costs more time and money in the long run. So accuracy is more important than speed. Now once your documents are ready, they are submitted to the company's registry for review. If everything is correct, your company is approved and you receive your certificate of incorporation. This is the official legal proof that your company exists in Tonga. Now pause here for a second, because this is important. At this stage, many people think they are ready to start operating immediately. But they are missing critical steps required for banking, tax registration, and full legal compliance. And in a moment, I'll show you what happens if you try to open a bank account without completing those steps properly. Now let's talk about taxation. In Tonga, companies must register with the Ministry of Revenue and Customs. This gives you a tax identification number, which is required for all business operations. Corporate tax applies depending on income and structure. Businesses operating locally or internationally must comply with tax reporting requirements. Now here's where beginners get confused. They think tax registration can wait until the business grows. But in reality, tax registration is required early, once you begin trading or generating income. So timing matters a lot here. Now let's add another layer. If you plan to hire employees in Tonga, you must comply with labor laws and social contribution requirements. This ensures employee protections and legal compliance. Now here's a curiosity loop. In a few minutes, I'll show you how skipping employee registration can create legal and financial problems, even if you only hire one part-time worker. Now let's talk about something very practical. Your business bank account. Once your company is incorporated, you need a corporate bank account to operate professionally. Banks will require incorporation documents, tax registration details, identification of directors and shareholders, and proof of business activity. Now here's the problem many entrepreneurs face. They assume registration guarantees bank approval. But banks operate under strict compliance rules. If your business model is unclear or documentation is inconsistent, your application can be delayed or rejected. Let's make this real. Imagine Alex opens an online consulting company in Tonga. If Alex cannot clearly explain how clients are acquired, how payments are received, and what services are provided, the bank may hesitate. So clarity is more important than complexity. Now let's move into licensing. Depending on your business type, additional permits may be required. For example, businesses in tourism, import-export, construction, fisheries, or regulated sectors may require additional approvals from government agencies. Tonga has a growing tourism economy, so hospitality-related businesses often have extra compliance requirements depending on location and activity. Now here's where things become long-term. After incorporation, your company must remain compliant. This includes annual returns, maintaining accurate records, and updating any changes in directors, shareholders, or registered address. If you fail to comply, your company can be removed from the registry. And restoring it later is often more expensive and time-consuming than maintaining it properly from the start. So consistency matters more than speed. Now let's talk about timeline and cost. Company registration in Tonga can vary depending on document accuracy and government processing time. If everything is correct, the process is smooth. But errors can cause delays due to corrections and resubmissions. Costs depend on structure type, professional services, and compliance requirements. But here's the key insight most people miss. The biggest factor affecting speed is not the government. It is preparation quality and document accuracy. Now let's cover common mistakes. One major mistake is choosing a structure without considering banking requirements. Another is submitting incomplete or inconsistent documents. Another is ignoring tax registration after incorporation. And another big one is assuming registration automatically means you are ready to operate. And here is the mistake I promised earlier. Many entrepreneurs successfully register their company but fail at the banking stage because they cannot clearly explain their business model or provide consistent documentation. Even a legally registered company can struggle if it does not pass compliance checks. So registration is only the beginning. Now let's bring everything together. To start a company in Tonga, you begin by selecting the right structure. Then you reserve your company name. After that, you prepare incorporation documents and submit them to the company's registry. Once approved, you receive your certificate of incorporation. Then you register with the Ministry of Revenue and Customs for tax purposes. Register for employee compliance if needed. Open a business bank account with complete documentation. Apply for any required industry licenses, and maintain ongoing compliance through annual filings. That is the complete legal roadmap. And here is the most important takeaway. Starting a company is not just about registration. It is about building a structure that supports banking, compliance, and long-term business growth. If you understand the process early, you avoid delays, banking issues, and legal complications later. And now you have a complete step-by-step guide to starting a company in Tonga in 2026, with clarity and confidence. If you found this useful, like the video, leave a comment about what business you are planning to start, and subscribe, because in the next guide, I'll show you how to get your first customers fast, even if you are starting from zero.